I was eating dinner and had to step away for a few. Did you hear the TPUSA stuff that Trump talked about here? Horrid climate change and transphobic stuff mainly? No. North England straight up decided to become class traders in pursuit of racism. Fuck them. I mean, UKIP is non-existent, but there are areas in the UK that were historically pro-labor that come from working class backgrounds that now ride for Boris Johnson's politics, and like right populism has taken root. You get it? The main reason why people from Liverpool is hostile towards outsiders because decades Scousers have been abandoned by governments with lack of funding and media pushing the immigration fear agenda that has led to Scousers' anger being misdirected from the governments to the immigrants. Exactly. It's the same shit. Why do you think there's anti-immigrant sentiment in the South? The reason why Southerners, like the reason why people like the people in West Virginia no longer vote Democrat and are like overwhelmingly in a plus 35 red state is because labor unions were eviscerated, industry left, and that economic devastation created instability, volatility, and Republicans were able to come in and redirect that righteous anger that people in West Virginia felt towards immigrants. You get it? It's back tomorrow. Fear and fan art. Hell yeah, dude. Boss, this is great. One of those reasons Boston is so racist, a lot of poor whites fighting for jobs with black people historically is because people see shit as bad. Right-wing populists come in and make a culture issue. Since Dems don't push economic populism, they fall for right-wing populism. Yes. And capital owners have very successfully pinned different aspects of the working class against one another in their endless endeavor to divide and conquer, right?
Changing.
All right, what the fuck? This is long as hell. Trump's audience sits in the rambling, never-ending story about Air Force One. That's right. I will not come to your defense.
If we're attacked by Russia, was for the he said, "Are you saying that if we don't?"
What?
And if we're attacked by Russia, was for the Soviet Union, but Russia? And if we're attacked by Russia, we didn't pay, that you will not come to our defense? I said, that's right. I will not come to your defense. I will not come.
Wait. Okay. That's inappropriate framing, not to be that guy, but we said unless you pay more.
Next day, money came pouring in. They were all delinquent. They weren't paying. He said, are you did much better the second time than I did the first? Getting millions and millions more votes than we did in
Not to be that guy, but proceeds to be that guy. No, I am that guy.
2016, and likewise, getting more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country by far. And now we may just have to do it again. We have to be smart. First, we have to defeat the climate crisis hoax. It's a hoax. It doesn't have the power. It doesn't have the power to generate and move our factories. It doesn't have the power. And I predicted, because this gentleman has this beautiful sign, Trump was right. Let me tell you, I predicted Germany 3
He predicted
years
Germany.
ago. Remember, I save our country. Never go wrong. It took them about 10 years to get that right. Remember, they came up with all the different things. They used to say, you know, in the 1920s, they were worried about global freezing. They thought the world was going to freeze. Now it's global warming, but now it's climate change because you can't miss with climate change. Anything can happen. It's raining like hell. Climate change. We got it this way. Climate change, you can never go wrong. It took them about 10 years to get that right. Remember, they came up with all the different things. They used to say, you know, in the 1920s, they were worried about global freezing. They thought the world
Hector Protector Sohaib, thank you for the 5 get the subs.
was going in a very sad
Oh, then he goes from climate change is a hoax to anti-trans shit.
state. It already is. Our country's never been in a position like this before. Happened all in a short period of time. Across the United States, we need to implement strict prohibitions on teaching inappropriate racial, sexual, and political material to America's children in any form. We will also keep men out of women's sports. Is that okay? Can you believe that? Keep
Yeah, based. He's saying keep men out of women's sports. Sure, fine. But trans women are women. Fucking got him, dude. Boom.
men out of women's sports. Think about it.
Owned.
Now, I've told the story a number of times.
Only it
you
was
know,
that
the
simple.
swimmer with a man's body. You know, they say that. They describe it that way. They say, no,
No one describes it that way. Only fucking pieces of shit describe it that way.
he's on the swim team. He was given Women Athlete of the Year. So, oh, you didn't hear, I guess.
You know what's wild about Leah Thomas? I was thinking about this before. Like, conservatives create the state of oppression that, like, trans athletes experience. So then it justifies them getting, like, literal fucking awards and shit. And then they cry about them getting awards. Like, if you weren't fucking bullying trans athletes across the board, like, and trying to kill them and make their lives, like, significantly fucking worse and all this shit nonstop, like, then yeah, Leah Thomas probably would not have been, like, chosen as the best female athlete of the fucking year or whatever. You're the reason why she got it. You know what I mean? Like, in a weird way, like, you are justifying them overcoming oppression. Like, you are literally justifying them winning an award for overcoming oppression. Not true at all. Sounds legit. That doesn't make sense at all. No, straight up. You're just, like, adding on to the fucking struggle, you know?
The Collegiate Sports Society of the world gave him Female Athlete of the Year.
So you're saying she didn't deserve it? Bro, I don't fucking know what the qualifications are. But ultimately, that adds to someone being recognized. If there's an athlete that fucking overcomes cancer or some shit, okay, and then ends up competing successfully, they're going to win an award for overcoming oppression. If an athlete is blasted on every fucking media outlet nonstop and being harassed endlessly, that's an additional layer of oppression that they overcame. Okay? No way you compared being trans to having cancer. No, I didn't compare being trans to having cancer. I compared the oppression and the marginalization that trans athletes face to the oppression and marginalization, or rather the struggles that athletes face in other ways as well. One is human-made and could stop, but the Republicans refuse to stop it because they think it's, like, literally, they basically make it seem as though, like, their transphobia is natural phenomena. Okay? But it's still, once again, exactly, it's a oppression that they're overcoming. Trans athletes are going to go down in history as overcoming a lot because of these shitheads. Yeah, they're adding to their fucking pile of you know, struggles that they've overcame. Chat's going to lose it on this one. Sigh. Oh no, dude. As soon as we talk about trans people, literally every motherfucker in here who's like, Hasan, I love you. I think you're really great. You did a great job on this debate and that debate or whatever. Turn into, like, the most uncharitable motherfuckers, dude. Every time. All the freaks come out. They can't hold themselves. It's wild.
He broke the records by numbers that no. Wisconsin's, they said nursing home, the nursing home scandal. Nursing homes typically don't vote too much. You know, people are dying. They got other things on their mind. But they got almost 100% of the people in nursing homes vote. Wisconsin's, they said nursing home, the nursing home scandal. Nursing homes typically don't vote too much. You know, people are dying. They got other things on their mind. But they got almost 100% of the people in nursing homes vote.
I think my take on nobody actually really cares about women's sports is true. It's funny and it's true. The idea that like Republicans hate trans people so much, they hate trans women so much that they've like collectively made everybody seem like they give a shit about women's sports is not only funny, but it's also fucking, it's true. Like their fucking anger and hatred over trans women have gotten them to like act like they give a shit about women's sports. I want them to forcibly watch women's sports if that's the case. They hate women, but this is too far. I'm a trans femme and I like you still? What do you mean? Why would I? I didn't say anything that's like anti-trans. What the fuck's wrong with you? What? Is that the I lubricate my AR-15 with liberal cum shirt? Fuck yeah.
In the history, a friend of mine recently said that I was the most persecuted person in the history of our country. Me, the most persecuted.
Yeah, that's true.
I never thought it that way. I never had time. I was always fighting.
That's so funny. First of all, what? He's never thought about it that way? He's definitely thought about it that way. Like many times. He has said it many times. Does he think we don't have access to all the things that he has said? How many times have we actually fucking heard him say? I've heard him say it many times because I remember making jokes about it. Like Abe Lincoln literally got fucking shot. JFK got shot. Hella presidents got shot. Some of them unfortunately survived, like Ronald Reagan. And homie's like, I'm the most persecuted. No American president has been in a worse predicament than me.
These people that were trying to persecute me. I didn't have time to think about being persecuted because I was fighting persecution. When I thought about it, though, I sat back. He's a very smart guy, successful. Sat back, I said, you know, he may very well be right. Certainly there's been no politician or president treated like I've been treated. A friend of mine.
Okay, that's a good ass speech, dude. That's a good speech. That's fire. Oh, he brought up the Netherlands farmers protest?
Climate crisis hoax is even risking famine and starvation. As we speak, farmers in the Netherlands, of all places, are courageously opposing the climate tyranny of the Dutch government. Can you believe this?
The only tyranny is the top of the hour ad break, and the Dutch government 100% is an advocate for the top of the hour ad break. Sorry, that's not the most solid fucking segue, but it will still solidly serve you a top of the hour ad break. Now, if you no longer want to see those ads, however, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime or by getting gifted a sub. Yeah, that's right on time, baby. Right on fucking time.
Which wants to dramatically cut Dutch farm production despite growing food shortage. They're saying you can't farm your land.
I agree with the Reagan not dying thing, but won't saying something like that get ban you or something? Wait, what? No, he's fucking dead as shit, dude. Who gives a fuck?
And we're not going to give you fertilizer.
It doesn't work that way.
You have to get rid of the
Comrade
cattle.
Bay and Har Har, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
You know why? I won't tell you because they'll say, I said something, isn't that terrible? They want to get rid of the cattle because it what it does to the globe. Half of your cattle they want out. You'll be next. You'll be next.
Yeah, they want to get rid of the cattle, and they're gonna say your cattle. They want to get rid of the hogs, my big beautiful hogs. Arc to freedom. Thank you for the 5. Get the subs. They're coming after you, the hogs.